Typically, I don't like taking videos in gyms, but I'm trying to do this whole workout report thing. So I'm here doing arms today, and it's gonna be interesting to see how it works with my shoulder. Also, I'm gonna be using the heavy app today versus my normal apps. I'm trying something a little different to see if I like it better. So that's done doing 3 sets on a hammer strength incline press, but it's a machine style that they have specifically at Planet Fitness. They don't have the plate style. I can definitely say with my injured shoulder, warm-up sets are very important because I could barely do 10 pounds. But then I was able to at least get up to 30, which is below normal what I usually do, but I'm just trying to work as much as I can without injuring myself. So I was gonna do lat pull downs first, but the machines were both fully loaded, so I really couldn't get in there and do that right away. So I went down to my grave digger and swapped it out for a 1-arm dumbbell row on a bench. I'm really glad I'm doing warm-up sets because I could definitely feel a difference. I was able to start out with 30 pounds this time on the first warm-up for 6 reps. Start on the second one with 35 for the second set. And then the rest of my other 3 sets, I did 6 reps of 40 pounds each for 3 sets, which is for a total of 5 sets. And now I'm going on to dips and seeing how that works out. I just did 4 sets of dips. The big challenge about that is the fact I cannot adjust the weight. My body weight is pretty much it, unless I have bands or something like that, which I don't really have access to. My shoulder definitely was not having this, so I was only able to do a set of 2, then I was able to get up to a set of 3, then it dropped down to a set of 2 again, and then back up to a set of 3. And that's for a total of 4 sets. But I'm glad I'm getting a chance to work it out. I'm pretty sure the warm-up on the hammer strength incline press and the warm-up on the dumbbell rows helped a lot with preparing me for this. So I may have not even been able to have gotten this far if I hadn't done the warm-up sets, which I think is very likely. Now I'm gonna see if I can get over to the lat pull downs. So I just got done with the lat pull downs. My shoulder was not having that first set. I was trying to go up and see where I could go. I tried going to 130. I couldn't remotely pull it without pain. Couldn't pull it at all. Tried dropping it to 50, couldn't do it. I ended up having to do my first set at 30 pounds. And then from there, it just got easier. Then I was able to jump to 35, no problem. And then I jumped up to 50, no problem. My 3rd set and my 4th set, I got 65 pounds. And I probably could have gone higher. But that initial set, I had to take it super light because you gotta work your muscles a little bit once after a rest time, but you don't want to overdo it and accidentally re-injure yourself. Because even working it is part of the healing process, but you gotta do everything in moderation. And I'm not ashamed to go light to make sure I don't get re-injured. So I'm finishing up my workout with a normal dumbbell chest press. This was definitely very challenging. You wouldn't think that a shoulder injury would cause so much pain in your tricep. This shoulder injury was caused by a seatbelt. Because this was caused by a seatbelt, you wouldn't think that would affect the back side of my shoulder so much, my rear delt. But not only that, it traveled all the way down my tricep on my left side, which was not expecting that even a little bit. So it's made it really hard to do any tricep dominant or tricep strong exercises. So I did 4 sets of 30 pounds. And I only did a set of 2, a set of 3, and then 2 more sets of 2. Each one with a 2-minute break in between. All my sets had a 2-minute break in between. I want to get back to trying to just be healthier before I start tweaking everything. I just got done with the gym, and you definitely have to be very careful with my shoulder. I usually don't like setting up cameras because I feel like it's a little bit overdone, a little bit obnoxious. The reason why I even recorded myself while I was working out is because I often will have these thoughts during each exercise, and if I wait until later to talk about them, I often forget what was happening at that time. So I thought it was better just to do close-up shot, me talking about what I'm experiencing while I'm doing these different types of exercises. I don't see the point of doing the whole tripod thing. All the exercises that I've done, everybody has seen. If you follow any fitness influencer, you've seen these exercises. You've seen a lat pull down. You've seen a tricep dip. You've seen a bench press with dumbbells. You've seen the hammer strength machine. You may not know it's called a hammer strength machine, but you've seen a hammer strength machine. So there's lots of fitness influencers out there that record themselves doing exercises. And the point I'm trying to bring to this is that I am not showing you more exercises. I'm showing you what I'm feeling and what I'm experiencing during the exercises. And on top of it, I'm working out with a shoulder injury, which makes things a little more difficult. Hopefully this works as something I can look back on and think back of the challenges I've had, especially after having an injury of that kind. It's impossible to remember to cover everything. You can only do so much when you're recording yourself, when you're trying to talk about fitness, when you're trying to talk about the challenges of doing fitness. So again, hopefully this helps somebody. Hopefully you find this information useful. I hope I eventually look back on this and find this information useful, but it's something to take away from it. I was trying to focus on doing hypertrophic exercise, but I really couldn't push myself that hard for fear of re-injuring myself. So right now I'm just trying to do as much work as I can with an injured shoulder. And then hopefully as I continue, I will improve from there and not regress. Also trying to use a different app. I'm using Heavy this time around. A couple key features I'm liking to take away from Heavy initially is that you can do your rest cycles in more increments and you can add and remove sets. It seems to be a little more user-friendly than a lot of apps that I've worked with before. I really liked Fitbod, but the problem I have with Fitbod is it's too hard to do your own workouts. And a lot of problems I'm finding with a lot of apps is I don't feel like they're keeping up with the current research when recommending exercises for you, or they recommend too many random exercises to you without giving you the benefit of specificity. And that's one of the $1 million words, specificity. Again, if you have watched any influencers, you know what that word means. Because you're familiar with an exercise, your body is more prone to focus on the work versus doing the exercise because you've done the exercise many times. You just have to focus on the work, which makes things a little bit easier. I think that's the reason why so many people stick with a program for 6 weeks, so their body can adjust to doing the exercise and all they have to focus on is doing the work and the increasing load for the next 6 weeks or however long they decide to do it. But that's my exercise report today. Peace out.